super team. It is I, Miss C. So we're going to do a quick review video over the last unit because for this week it is strictly review from what we previously had done, just to kind of get you guys back into the groove of doing work. So we're going to talk about the types of angles really quick. Remember, there are three main types of angles that we're talking about. So the acute angle, which is a little cutie, and that's less than 90 degrees. So acute angle, little cutie, remember, it's the teeny tiny ones. They get to be maybe this big. They can range between 0 and 89 degrees, so less than 90. A right angle, remember this is our window pane. So it's going to be a perfect 90 degrees. Right angle usually has this little square thing. Right angle, perfect 90 degrees. Then you have an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle, that's the big old boy, remember? So it's going to be more than 90 degrees, so it's a big guy. We're going to talk about classifying triangles using the type of angle and the type of sides. So the type of angle, if you have an acute triangle, it has 3 acute sides. Has to have 3. 3 acute angles. Has to have 3. A right triangle has 1 right angle. And an obtuse triangle has 1 obtuse angle. Now the right triangle can only have one right angle. It can't have more than that. It doesn't need more than that, because if it has more than that, it's no longer a triangle. Same goes for an obtuse angle, or an obtuse triangle. Acute triangle, 3 acute angles. Right triangle, 1 right angle. Obtuse triangle, 1 obtuse angle. Classifying them by their sides. So the equilateral triangle has 3 equal sides. Remember, you can tell by the little dash marks here, the little lines, that those sides are supposed to be equal. So they have 3 equal or congruent. Congruent means equal. 3 congruent sides. Isosceles has 2 equal or congruent sides. So we've got 1 line, those 2 are equal, and then 2 lines means that it's not equal. 1 line, those 2 are equal, 2 lines, not equal. Then you have this scalene triangle, and remember, this is the gross one, we don't like it. None of its sides are equal. See, we've got 1 dashed line, 2 dashed lines, 3 dashed lines. None of those are the same, none of them are congruent. Last, we're going to talk about lines of symmetry. So lines of symmetry is when you can take a shape or an object and you can fold it in half and it's a perfect half, right? It's like cutting an object or a shape perfectly in half. So here, if we have a square, we're going to pretend that I drew this square correctly. You could cut it here, and this side will fold perfectly over in half. You could cut it here. We're pretending that these are the direct middles. Again, I'm not an artist. And we're going to pretend that it folds perfectly in half. You could go corner to corner, corner to corner. So this has 4 lines of symmetry. A circle has infinite lines of symmetry. Infinite. So any possible way that you cut it, we're going to pretend that these are going all the way across. Any possible way that you cut it, infinite. What about this specific trapezoid? Could I cut it here? If I fold this in half, will it be the same? If I take this corner, it matches up here. If I take this corner, it folds to right here. So would that be congruent? Would that be the same? Would they be equal? No. Let's try a different spot. What about here? If I take this corner and fold it over, it ends up here. If I take this corner and fold it over, it ends up here. So this part would end up right here. Would that be equal or congruent? Would it be a perfect half? No. Even just looking at it with your beautiful eyes, you can tell that this is not going to be the same as this. First off, they're 2 completely different sizes, right? This one ends way up here. This one goes on forever over here. Completely different. So do you think that this one has a way that you could cut it and it could still be symmetrical? No. because even if we try over here, still looks goofy. So this has 0 lines of symmetry. All right, so that's it for now. Please be sure to pause during any point, rewatch the video if you need to, call me, text me, email me. I'll put my email address in the link, or the description rather. I don't know, YouTube, sorry. And please subscribe to the channel as well to make sure that you're getting updates when the videos post. I love you guys all, and I miss you all very much.